What's up, Toshi gang? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good weekend and had a great last week. I was at Futurist Conference in Miami. Terrific time, met great people, teams, projects, people. The vibes were immaculate. Obviously, the market the last week not doing too great. It is turning back up today. Bitcoin's at 103.5. More on that in a second. Toshi, obviously, the chart's kind of downtrending the last 2 weeks. We're at 222 million market cap currently. And Brett, unfortunately, overtook us at 233 million, but the big question is the market going up or down in the near term? Now, there are both bullish and bearish factors to consider. And one factor, obviously, is the government shutdown. We are currently in the longest shutdown in history, 40 days. The second longest one was the last one in 2018. That was only 35 days. So the shutdown, it's the longest one ever. It's got to end at some point, and there are reports there might be a vote amongst the government later tonight, Sunday evening, to potentially end the shutdown. That would almost certainly pump the markets once this is finally over with, if you ask me. So that's a bullish factor. Number two, another bullish factor. Trump just announced earlier today, all Americans except the super high earning ones will get a $2,000 payment later this year, funded by U.S. tariff revenue. So on one hand, this is cool for crypto people. They can pump that $2,000, put it in their favorite meme coin, their favorite low cap, their favorite top 10. That will almost certainly cause the market to rise. More importantly, do you happen to remember the last time Americans got a payment? It was $1,400 in 2020 during the pandemic, and that $1,400 tax payment coincided literally just a month or two before the biggest bull run we ever had in crypto, the one that started in late 2020, went through 2021. It also coincided being right before GameStop stock just pumped through the charts, so there is a precedent that these payments around $1,500 to $2,000 do have a positive effect on cryptocurrency. Another factor to consider is that yes, memes are getting wrecked, and then altcoin dominance keeps getting lower and lower and lower, and Bitcoin dominance keeps increasing. So here, altcoin index is at 32. That is very low, and last month it's at 51, so it's been steadily decreasing, meaning Bitcoin dominance has been steadily increasing over the last month or two. So I think that's a bullish thing for altcoins because the index can't really go any lower. It usually bottoms like in the low to mid 20s. So last week was at 29, now it's at 32. It might have already bottomed. Basically, the bottom line is it's got to go up at some point, whether it's tomorrow or in a couple weeks. I don't know, but these things are cyclical. Bitcoin is dominant for a few months, then altcoins are dominant for a few months, and it goes back and forth. What else do we have here? Benjamin Cohen, he is predicting a big bear market in 2026. That is obviously a very negative thing. I don't agree with him, and this person here, Dr. Profit, pointed out that Benjamin Cohen also pointed out to a Bitcoin all-time high happening before the end of the year. This year, that certainly doesn't seem like it is going to happen either. So although Benjamin Cohen has a million followers and he's a TA expert, he is not 100% correct, and I disagree, frankly, with his take that 2026 will be a bear market. And then we have James Nguyen. He already predicted something completely wrong. He said this weekend was going to be a complete bloodbath. Well, Bitcoin's back up now. It's at almost 104. He thinks that Monday morning is going to be huge capitulation. I completely disagree with him, and he's already wrong 2/3 of the way through this weekend. So where do I think the market's going to go? Well, I think we are going to go up this week and this month, and that's for both Toshi and the market as a whole. You can see things are starting to kind of quietly heat up on this Sunday morning. Bitcoin up 2% of the day to almost 104. Ethereum up 5% of the day. Ripple up 3% in the day. Solana up 4%. Tron, it's about flat, but Dogecoin and Cardano, they are up 3%. The bottom line is that Futurist Miami conference is over. That's a good thing. Whenever there's a big conference in the US and it's a party place, Miami, with pools and girls and drinking, that gives investors jitters. That is what sent Bitcoin down to 98K last week in anticipation fears of the conference. Well, the event was great. I met great people. It was mad bullish vibes. So now Bitcoin blockchain futures is over. The stress is relieved from the market and we can start trending up. Also, another bullish thing, we are still in November. November, as I pointed out, is statistically the best performing month of the year for Bitcoin since 2013 with an average 42% return. We still have 3.5 weeks left in this month. Now back to Toshi. So one reason why I think it's down in the last week is because a lot of people did expect the Binance or Robinhood listing to happen during Blockchain Futurist Conference in Miami, because a lot of exchanges, they wait till like there's a big event in the US so they can time their announcement, get a lot of attention. But that didn't happen. It's a little bit disappointing. I think it didn't happen just because the whole market was basically down, and then exchanges get their highest volumes, their highest fees in the first week after a listing. So if they do it when the market is just dumping, they're going to miss out on all the trading volume. So although sentiment is very weak right now, just wait, because I think we're going to be in for some pleasant surprises this week, and everything is going to start trending up. Coco is also sharing my positivity. He said in the past week he received 10 messages from people just thanking him for sticking around with the project, doing great work. In the past, he'd be getting death threats, he said, but the Toshi community is just so positive and understanding and always chill. Also, keep in mind that we are coming up on the big 1,000 holder count for Toshi. We're at about 908K. It is just going to be massive when that happens. If and when it gets listed on Robinhood Binance, I think we're instantly going to hit 1,000, because that's going to get a bunch of new holders. But that's it, Toshi gang. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how your week was. Let me know if any of you were at Futurist Miami Conference. Let me know what you think about Toshi. You bullish, you bearish? What do you got in store for the week? Hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't already. I will be back later in the new video. Better keep signing out. Catch you later.